Okay, there's a few seconds left on the countdown, but I might as well start this up live so everybody doesn't panic and say I'm late and all that stuff. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm going to refresh my page here so I'll see live stream. Hopefully. Not yet. Let's see. Let's try this again. Still saying standby. Come on now, you can go live. Yes, there we go. Okay. Looks like we're set. So hello everybody. How are we doing? Are you guys ready for the decision for Dynasty 2014 style? We've had a lot of fun with UMass, and no, I mean I know some of you are going to ask. UMass series is not over, so don't weep over UMass being done, because it's not. And this is just going to be adding on to the fun here. Get our 2014 team set, and then the plan is, I'm hoping, if things go well at the end of the season for the current season 5 for UMass, I hope to put in the work to try to basically replicate the team and bring them over to NCAA 14. That would be my plan, and so we'll see what kind of a project it becomes if it is too hard to do. But that's exactly what my plans are, is to port UMass into 14, because two reasons really. The game engine's a lot better with the running back cuts, all that good stuff, and secondly, UMass has like double or triple the uniform options in the new game, so I want to bring UMass over. So those of you who are fans of UMass, expect an episode soon, and expect that to continue. But now today is about picking a new school. I know Mr. Hurricane did his yesterday. I was watching with anticipation. Actually, well, that's only half true. I wasn't watching with anticipation because I already knew his choice beforehand. But and I'm pretty sure he knows mine. But anyway, I love to get in there and watch people respond to his show, and yeah, it's crazy. Hurricane followers are awesome, so as are mine. So there you go. So here we are, just letting a few people get in here. I'm not going to make this decision the first seconds of this. We're going to kind of talk through the process here, look at the 4 choices, and then we'll get to going. I'm not going to string you on too long, but we'll get it set up, and then we may set up a little bit of the preseason. Setting the schedule. I'm probably not going to make too many big changes to a schedule to start off with, but just looking at a few of the preseason things we can do. I'm not planning to play a game in the actual Dynasty here, so. Yeah, can I have a UMass roster share? Yeah, I probably could do that. I'll look into that. I know another one of the options is kind of putting it in as like a team builder team, but I don't want to lose all the uniform sets, so that's probably not the way I'll go. Anyway, hey, we just topped 200 viewers. Awesome, and we got more coming along. So welcome, everybody. Hit that like button on your way in here for Decision 2014. Glad you guys could all join. It's really nice to see a bunch of you just here on a random noon at Friday. So it's fun to be able to start this up again. The wait is unbearable. Yeah, did you guys get the bacon commercial too? That's the one I got. Okay, so anyway, let's get into the very first steps here. First of all, we're going to have to say new Dynasty, but we are going, I don't know, I guess I'm going to create a new coach. We could go the route of existing. The reason it makes a difference this year is because of coach's skill points, and I'm telling you, recruiting is going to be a real bear with a brand new guy, because you get no perks whatsoever in the recruiting as far as scouting guys. I did a sample Dynasty when I reviewed this game with Georgia Tech, and I started off with a guy who was like in his 30s for points for coach's skill, and man, it made recruiting a lot easier, because it could scout a guy with 50 points when normally you can't even come close to doing that. And yeah, so there's all that, but I think we will start a new one. Basically, from that aspect, we'll be started from the ground up. It'll make more of a challenge, and we'll go from there. Mrs. Nadasfan's here. Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Did you just come to say hi, or did you need something?
I was wondering if I could check something on the computer.
Or this computer?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need?
I want to go into iTunes.
Oh, I just got rid of iTunes.
Okay,
What do you need?
fine.
What do you need to do with it? Hold on.
Forget it.
Hold on, guys. We got a Mrs. Nadasfan delay. Where's my iTunes? So anyway, I'm gonna start setting up this new coach while she looks into iTunes, if it ever comes up.
You
There
can
you
keep
go.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Sounds good. All right, so this is going to be an offline dynasty, and we've got a new coach. Last year's coach, Junk Johnson. This year's coach, I don't know. We had Junk Johnson. Let's do. Mrs. Nadasfan is wearing a very interesting skirt today.
Interesting.
Just thought I'd point that out. It's got one of those side slits like up to her thigh, like and beyond. That's awesome. I'm a fan.
A Mrs. Nadasfan running. Who's Rita from Dexter?
Well, the show Dexter, which I don't watch. But
I sound like Rita from Dexter, whoever that is.
cool.
Now I'm going to have to look that up.
Junk Johnson wore the suit. I don't know. Maybe we'll go away. I tend to like the coaches with the suits, the throwback style, but I think we're going to go away from it this time. I think we're going to... Maybe we'll go vest.
Don't worry, I won't accidentally end the stream. I'm not that bad. Alright, see you later.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Mrs. Nadasfan, everybody. Name him Bend Over. Oh, that would have been good. Oh. Mrs. Nadasfan should make a dynasty? Yeah. I think she'd have to learn how to, snap the ball and hand off and pass first. The first things first. She has not done any football video gaming. That's for sure, so... yeah. So here we are. We're getting coach ready. Before we make the decision, you got to have a coach to build off of, right? So we'll make his alma mater Minnesota, since that's just easy. Okay. So here's the deal. Regardless of the team I pick, I don't know that I'm feeling running a spread, which so many teams do. I kind of want a pro-style offense. Let's see, I used Oklahoma for good parts of the UMass Dynasty. Michigan State might have been as good as any here. Just looking at options for pro playbooks. I think that's what well, see, Oklahoma's a multiple, though. They did have some nice, it is nice to pull some option out once in a while, though, so maybe I do want a multiple playbook. But whose? Let's see here. I want a pro playbook with like a touch of, and I know I can do a custom one eventually where I can just put in the plays I want. So why don't we do that? Maybe I'll just start with a base of pro, and then I will work my option in as needed. If it's not in there, I'll go custom with that. So let's just go USC playbook. I mean, that's a team, that's a school I think of running pro style offense. That sounds good. I am pretty 50-50 with my run to pass. And yeah, I'm gonna just play that down the middle. My sub frequency, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna do normal on no huddle style for whatever that is worth. My defensive playbook, I kind of liked rolling with multiple with UMass, giving me some different looks. I'm gonna go with multiple D for Trash Jackson. We'll defend the run and pass. Well, let's skew towards pass a little bit, I guess. Yeah, and let's make ourselves a little bit aggressive. Okay. All right, I think we're good with the coach. Let's continue with that there now. Personally, you like the Ohio State playbook. It's fantastic. Nice. Use Northwestern's playbook. That might be an option too. Okay. So, this is not a team builder one. I've got that going with my SGU gamers. And we're not going to talk about custom conferences yet until we even know what school we have. So let's make sure this is on Heisman, which I believe it will be already. Yeah. Oh, here's the other thing you can do this year. You can set your coach's starting level. So, I mean, if you wanted to give them a break and say you wanted to give them, some points to work with, but we'll just leave that alone. We do not want to auto-generate names because we've got a roster, which better be loaded here. Or I'll be redoing this. Dynasty. I'm gonna wait to name. Well, we'll wait on that. But we want to make sure. Nope. Yeah, we want to bump that to Heisman. User versus user skill shouldn't really matter in an offline dynasty, but whatever, we'll bump that. I know you guys always tell me to go higher than 5 minutes, but I've been talking to Junk, my buddy Jim. Junk gave me videos. He's been playing 8 minutes, and it's been like hour and a half games, and I'm not really looking for hour and a half games. So we'll start at 6 and see how that goes. Looks good there. I'm not really gonna mess with penalties. And as far as sliders go, I don't know. I always tend to think that kickers are a little too good. But you know what? I'm gonna play sliders just straight down the middle for now. So we got that. Did I have to do custom conferences before starting? Well, I don't know. I'm not really planning on doing one anyway. So, please hurry. I got to leave for work in 10 minutes. Okay. So, I mean, I'm assuming most of you are familiar with the Final Four. I went with, let's see what's the closest one on the board here so that we can highlight. Okay. I went with Iowa State as one of the 4 choices. Now, you'll see they are an 81 overall, 79 on offense, 83 on defense, but they are just a 2-star caliber team. They play in the Big 12, and they were second to last to only Kansas last year, who is also an 81 overall, but they went, I don't believe they won a game last year, or at least in conference they were 0-9. So Iowa State was second to last. They present a challenge. I know some people say that's too good. I mean, I think the people who are saying that are kind of looking at what I did with UMass. Hurricanes kind of going in that same level. He's going with Minnesota, and they're a 79 overall, I think. So we had similar ideas about possibly doing that. So that's one of my choices. Looking down the line here, we also have Florida Atlantic as one of the 4 choices. Now, quite a few people seem to like that choice. It's a 1-star school. They are a 75 overall. It's not a bad choice. They have pretty decent uniforms. They've got a new stadium. They've got things to work with. They've got the huge pool of talent in Florida. so that they've got a lot to draw from, the ones that trickle down from the Florida States, the Miamis, the Florida Gators. There's plenty of talent to go around in the pipeline. So some people thought that was a good thing. Some people I've seen in their comments have said a little too easy, because Florida as a pipeline is like there's so many to choose from there that even the leftovers are going to be awesome. So there's two ways to look at that. Okay. Now we're going to go down the line, and we are going to see Central Michigan. Okay, Central Michigan, also a 2-star school. They are 72 overall. Very nice, varied uniform sets. They got a lot to choose from. I think they got like 3 helmets, four jerseys, 4 pant sets to flip through. I mean, you can do a bunch of combos, variety there. That's one of my criteria, but obviously not my big thing. So that's 3, and then I got to go around the horn to get back to number 4, which is Western Kentucky, also a 1-star school. They are now they're pretty high for a 1-star school. They're 79 overall, so they get more in the range of Iowa State. However, you play in the Sun Belt, which is no Big 12. Let's put it that way. So you can take a 1-star that's going to be very good in their respective conference, maybe be the star of the conference, maybe outgrow that conference really fast, or you can take a team that's essentially in the same neighborhood of this, but at the bottom of a bigger, a conference that's getting much more attention, that is known to have more powerhouses. So anyway, I mean, they're close teams, but they're, different surroundings, different circumstances. And, it's kind of just all come down to what I, what I choose to work with this year. So those are the 4. I was joking on Twitter today that I might just come in here and just pick somebody that wasn't even on the board just to troll everybody, but no, I'm not actually going to do that. I was I was thinking, though, it is kind of tempting, though. Maybe I could be the first guy on YouTube to take a 6-star or, like a top program like an Alabama and just sink them down to 1-star. Just go in reverse of everybody on YouTube. That would be the ultimate heel turn, right? But, yeah. So, I liked each one of these as a potential opportunity. I felt that each one was intriguing. That's why they made my Final 4. And I can only pick one. So, it makes it, even in finalizing down to my Final 4, there's 100 and, what are we pushing? Almost 130 teams in the game. And making a choice, you're going to make a lot of people, unhappy. You just can't pick everybody. So, I mean, you got to narrow it down to one. And so, looking at these schools and thinking it over wasn't the easiest choice, but I felt like there's one that stood out more than the others to me. And that's Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Hurricanes straight on. We're going to go same school, and we're going to battle it out and see who's better. Right? Game on, Hurricane. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That would be funny, though. Tell you what, guys. It's Iowa State. It's Iowa State for several reasons. I like the idea of taking on the Big 12 from the bottom up. We have room to grow. We've got a roster that's good in certain places. I mean, you've got a very strong halfback, but who is also a senior. As a matter of fact, I think the top 3 halfbacks are seniors, so we're going to have to rebuild after year 1 at that position. You see the current tradition of the program, 5-7, 6-7, 6-7. So we have not had a winning season there in quite a while. I don't know if this goes back how far does this go back? Okay, 7-6 in 2009 was their last winning season, but then you see 2-10 before that, 3-9, 4-8. You go back to 2005. So since 2005, just 2 winning seasons, and those were just barely winning seasons. I mean, that was, very, very close. So we're not talking about a team that's just recently down on their luck. That's a pattern. That's pretty much what's going on there. They need help pushing it over, and I just think that's a really good chance to do that. If I had to rank, I think Central Michigan was a close second. I think Florida Atlantic was probably in the 3rd spot, with Western Kentucky 4th, if I had to rank them all that way. And so, I mean, to the people who said Iowa State were too easy, I disagree. I don't think Iowa State's an easy job to take. I mean, really, I think I'm somewhat in the neighborhood that Hurricane's in that, he's in a good conference. He's towards the bottom of that conference. He's going to have chances to build that team his way. I'm looking at the same thing. I got players who are decent, especially like I said, at my halfback spot right now. I'm going to go ahead and sign this. Oh, you know what? I didn't record that. Oh well, I guess I can take it straight from the live stream. But yeah, I'll start recording now. There we go. So, yeah, here we go. It is indeed going to be Iowa State. So, like I said, some people were like, that's too easy. But like I said, I kind of disagree there because, I think in the case of like a Western Kentucky, we were going to dominate that Sun Belt if we stayed there, and it was going to be moving on up. And that's fun to move up another conference, but I kind of did that with UMass. I kind of wanted to start in a big conference at the bottom of it and try to compete with those schools for recruits and just trying to build up here. So, and where they are geographically, I mean, like the one thing that really intrigued me is the Cy-Hawk Trophy battle every year with Iowa, kind of a good measuring stick early in the year. So you've got that built-in, like, nice rivalry game. Yeah, that's not a pushover rivalry game. We're gonna have to work for that one. And I've got some personal ties to Iowa State. My brother-in-law went there. I've spent a lot of time in Ames, Iowa. I've spent a lot of time around the campus area and stuff. And I think Jack Trice Stadium's very nice. It's I like their uniforms. I like this team, and I've always kind of wanted to do. I've done Iowa State Dynasty before, well before my YouTube days, but never on YouTube. So I thought that would be cool. So yeah. So that's a choice. For better or for worse, that's what we're going to go forward with. And so I plan to set up a few things here now. Start in a big conference, get kicked out, and then win the small conference until you get back into the big conference. Well, you never know. This first season might be kind of rough. We might not do so well. We'll see how things go with that. So, yeah, it's like I said. I mean, each choice presented something that was going to be really interesting to work with. And there's so many angles to go with in a dynasty like this. So, okay, so we're going to set up. He's got one upgrade available for himself, and then he's got one upgrade for the offensive and defensive coordinators, since we did start from nothing. So that's what we're going to do here. And, but you never played college football? If you're talking to me, yes, I did play college football. Just my freshman season. But, yeah. You better lose to Iowa every year? I knew you were going to say that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so if you have not seen coach skill points, these skill trees yet for coaches, certain things are unlocked until you get a certain level at the bottom. It's kind of a hierarchy or a pyramid. But you can put it into game management, or you can put it into recruiting. Like if you choose game management here, you can do this road warrior where you can help your team be more settled on the road. Get less of that shaking play art and all that stuff. You can do the anti-freeze, which helps your kicker not get freezed out. Now, like when I did my trial one here with Georgia Tech, he was a 3-for-3 on antifreeze, so they kept calling timeouts to ice my kicker and couldn't do it. Like, there's no way to do it if you're 3-for-3 here. You can't be iced as a kicker. So these things are kind of minimal to me. These are obviously better, like being able to set up your plays to be fully set up, getting hot and cold streaks, and like that's the stuff you want to build to. But I think first and foremost, I'm more concerned about putting this towards his recruiting level, because that's the stuff that's going to be important for us to build up. And I can work on game management, but I think that the very first point's got to go. I'm not going to put it towards locksmith because I really don't care as much about getting back into a locked out situation, but I care about spending less points to scout effectively, and that's going to be huge. So I definitely need to build this up, and so I'm going to put that point there. Okay, and so he's got his scouting. So now it'll only take 25% of his true skills for 50 points. Okay, so then the next level will be 50%. You'll get at 50 points, and when you get 3 of 3, you can scout someone totally for 50 points, which is a huge bonus when it comes to finding busts and gems right away. Okay, so we also have points to give to the offensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator is Wally Burnham. Okay, and who's our offensive coordinator? Courtney Messingham. Courtney, huh? Court. Okay. I played football with a guy named Court. Call him Court for short. Okay, so we said we were going to be a little bit more playing against the pass, but because of that, so then you can play into that by see, your defensive players gain +1 power moves and +1 finesse moves if you choose this one. This one is like +1 block shedding to stop the run. This one helps +2 injury. I don't know. You don't see a ton of injuries to the defense. It seems to be skewed more towards offensive players, running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, and stuff. But so that's not the first thing I'm going to do. I feel like we should do the pass rush because that's what we said we were gearing towards as a pass first defense. So let's put that towards the pass rush. Let's go over and look at our offensive coordinator. Now remember, I'm going to be running a pro style playbook, but I have a very good running back. I think I'm going to put this towards ball security. I don't want to be fumbling a lot. We need to be good fundamentally first and foremost. This up-tempo thing, that's stamina and injury. Yeah, we're going to put this towards ball security. Okay, so there's our very first points. Yeah, I'm using Yukon 46 for the roster set. It better be. Because if it's not, I have to redo all this. But that was my only saved roster file, so it should have been. All right. So we've got those. Everyone's at a level 1. Would you like to keep the changes? Yes, I would. Okay, so we're into our preseason. If AJ McCarron is bald on Yukon 46, they are not good rosters. I could care less if AJ McCarron's bald or not in this game. First of all, whatever. I'm going to see him mainly with his helmet on if we ever tangle, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. So I think what the first thing I want to do here is look at my depth chart. So we've got Sam Richardson as our starting quarterback. Now he will be around a while. He's a redshirt sophomore. So we've got this year and 2 more years with him. So he should be a solid. I think he'd be in his high 80s by the time he's a senior. and he's not, that's not a terrible ranking to start with here. But here's what we're talking about. We got James White as an 88 overall with 90 speed. That's going to be great. However, he is a senior. Jeff Woody's a senior. And Chantrell Johnson's a senior. So that's going to leave us with sophomore Devondrick Neely after the season. And we're going to have to recruit heavily at halfback. So we've already got that as an issue going into the next season. Looking at fullback, we're terrible at fullback. That's and I'll tell you exactly why. Because Iowa State comes in, I take them over as a spread offense, and fullback is not important. So that's something I'm going to have to deal with. If I want to run pro style offense, I'm going to have to recruit there at fullback. So do I have any other options who are better? I've got a tight end that's a little bit better. Nah. We're going to have to deal with that. We probably won't run too many fullback sets to start off with. But it's there. So that'll be an issue going on. We're going to want to make that stronger. Okay, now Jarvis West is a burner. He's 92 overall, and he's a junior. So we will have him for 1 year past this. Albert Gary is a senior, so he'll be his last year. Tack Ekby, sophomore. This guy's a good receiver. He's only 75 overall, but he's got 92 speed. He'll get better. We got him a couple years. So we've got some wide receivers to work with. Nothing like, crazy. But we will have Jarvis West, who should be like a high 80 in his senior year. Ekby will get better. Okay, so then we've got another senior here. Actually, tight end listed as our number 5 receiver and a freshman. So we'll have guys held over at the wide receiver position at least into the next season. But we're going to want to strengthen that. The tight end spot, that's about the rating I've had at tight ends the whole time I was at UMass. Well, not the whole time. From season 2 or 3 on. But that's workable. Got guys in their 70s. We can work with that. The left side of our line, that's a senior at 75 overall. That could be better, considering what we're going to be playing against. Senior. Okay, so we're going to be graduating some linemen. Got a junior at center. Right guard, okay. We're over 80 at the right side, and he's a junior. That's nice to see. We got a sophomore over on the right tackle, but he's 69 overall. Ooh, that's a little scary. Our O-line is, I think by Big 12 standards, our O-line is a problem. Left end, you got 80 overall, David Irving. Right end, 79 overall. Senior. Was this guy? He's a junior. Okay. The D tackle spots. Yeah. Again, our line's a liability, I think, on both sides of the ball. Luke Knott at the left outside linebacker. He's a freshman at 78. Redshirt, but still, that's promising. He'll grow into a decent player. There you go. We got a senior in the middle here that's an impact player, 86 overall. Probably one of our highest rated players, I would imagine. I don't think I've seen an 86 or higher yet. So he's a senior. He'll be out the door. Got a junior behind him. A couple freshmen that should develop pretty well if they're in the 70s already. Right outside linebacker, 82 overall, Javon Miller. That doesn't look too bad. Corners. You got Watson at 82 overall, senior. Sophomore Kenneth Lynn. Cliff Stokes. I played a little bit with these guys in like some exhibition games. Had a corner that had a pick 6 that seemed pretty quick. You got 83 overall free safety, again a senior. I mean, there's a lot of guys on the way out that we're going to have to work on replacing. So, I mean, there's recruiting right off the bat to be done here. So you're going to lose both your safety positions next year. At least your starters. Now where I'm stacked is at punter. Just like when I took over UMass. Iowa State, yep. That's the choice. So I wonder, wow. Okay, so right off the bat, these guys are both seniors. But I think you got to do this. You got your punter that grades out as a 94 overall place kicker. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I gotta do him double duty just like I do Patton at UMass. I think it's got to happen. He doesn't lose any overall points as a place kicker. I'm kind of surprised. Alright, so that's the only depth chart move I see right off the bat. Kick returner. Yeah, you know, I played around with this. This Jeff Woody isn't exactly a burner. I think I go make West the returner here. With better speed and that 94 acceleration. I don't want to get James White injured back there. Not that I really want to get Jarvis West injured either, but I think that's your choice there. So let's do that. A little autosave in progress here. Let's take a look and see what the schedules look like. Like I said, I'm probably not going to make a whole lot of change because this is already, if you look at this, an A- schedule just because of conference play. So already locked in is we're going to have Texas, we're going to have Tech, we're going to have Baylor, we're going to have Oklahoma State, we're going to have Kansas State, TCU, Oklahoma, Kansas, which if they're any indication from last year, that's our one breather, and follow it up with West Virginia. So I mean, it just by conference, we're gonna always have a tough schedule. So I kind of like the idea of starting off with an FCS school, especially when I'm kind of trying to learn the reins of my team. Redshirt the kicker. Oh, good call. Yeah, the place kicker. Yep, we'll do that. And you're always going to have your Cy-Hawk Trophy game, which I'm not going to mess with. So that basically leaves the first and third non-conference games. Now that's Tulsa. That sounds all right. Let's see what our options are. I mean, we could make this an A+ schedule by scheduling a ranked team, but I think you know what? I think I want to schedule one of the teams that... Is this going to bump me down? No. That keeps my strength of schedule at A-. I want to put Central Michigan in there because I want to see what I want to play what I passed up and see if I feel good about that. So let's do that. You know what I'm thinking here, don't you? Anyway, other choices open. Why not, right? We'll play Florida Atlantic and Central Michigan. Keeps our strength of schedule the same. It's a little more fun storyline-wise since they were in the running. Got to play UMass. I never even thought about UMass. Oh. What do you guys think? Between Florida Atlantic, Central Michigan, UMass, which one do you drop? Which one would you drop? I guess I did say Central Michigan was probably my second choice. Okay, UMass is not open on this week. Are they open here? Usually week 1 is where like everybody's open. more or less. Yeah. Huh. Look at that. You got, if you play week 1 against UMass, and it's that open week. Iowa, another open week. Was Florida Atlantic open on this week? No. So maybe we stay with that then. UMass and then Central Michigan. Remember to lick the stream. Oh, I remember that from Hurricanes. Mauer Morno, how you doing? What do you guys think of that schedule right there? Obviously, we're locked in at conference play. But what do you think of that non-conference? UMass, obviously Cy-Hawk Trophy battle with Iowa. That's not changing. You can change it, but I'm not going to change that. And then Central Michigan. What do you think of that? It leaves us at a strength of schedule at A- still. I think it's pretty good. Drop FAU for UMass. Yep. Drop Texas Tech. I can't do that. See the locks? If they're locked on the side, that means conference game you cannot get out of. You can maybe... Well, no, you can't even mess with the at or versus because that alternates every year. So I think I feel good with that. Open with UMass. Iowa, and then Central Michigan because Florida Atlantic wasn't even open there. So that seems to be the consensus. Let's go with that. We're going to say yes, we want to keep that. Okay. Now, before we forget, we were talking red shirts. Let's look at that. And that was a very good idea to redshirt the senior kicker since we can. And the other guy was a senior, right? Whoa, I didn't want to get all the way out of there. Yep, he's a senior. I imagine at 94, he better be a senior. Okay. So we're going to redshirt. Oh, come on. I don't have another one, so they won't let me redshirt him. Can I move? Can I change positions or no? I don't get to do that till the first offseason. Do I? Ah, shoot. That'd be great. Can't do it, I guess. Well, I mean, here's the deal. So they're going to both be out the door, and so I'll need to replace both. I'm going to be honest, guys. I played around with the new power recruiting when I reviewed this game, but I by no means feel that I have a grip on it yet. It feels a little detached to me. I do like the old style. I kind of wish you could do coach skill and mix it with the old recruiting, because I feel like this one, like, I like where they're going, but the execution of it just feels, I feel so detached from the process. I'm just moving numbers around basically, and feel like that it could be more involvement with the, in the past you'd do pitches, at least you'd kind of feel like you knew what the guys wanted. But we're gonna get around it here. So I'm gonna quickly look at this, what I got. I definitely want to redshirt at least one of these freshmen. He's balanced. He's a pocket passer. I mean, this guy's a sophomore. He's gonna be here a while. I don't really want to only carry two, though, because you go through some crazy games where two guys get hurt. I mean, I've seen it before, so let's face it. Chantrell Johnson's not going to play, and I'm able to redshirt him. I got to redshirt him because I'm going to lose both these guys with, I have no chance of keeping them longer. So I think it makes sense to hold back this guy. He's going to be a beast. At least I'll have a starter next year. and he might even progress past James White because, like, you know, I think a typical progression, although he's not going to be playing, he's going to gain 4 points. I mean, he's going to be an 80. He's going to be 89 or 90, I would imagine. So I'm glad I looked at that. We have the chance to do that, so we might as well. So we don't need that many halfbacks running. We only have the one fullback because we're a spread team. And we only have one choice of redshirting here. What are we? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep. Yeah, let's do that. We have no options at tight end. Is Mrs. Nadasfan vacuuming? Yes. Wow, that mic is good, isn't it? She is indeed vacuuming. Okay. I think we... Yeah, since that is a senior and he's only 1 point better, I think we redshirt here and use him as a backup that's very unlikely. When was the last time you saw an offensive lineman get hurt in the NCAA series? I don't remember ever. That's where you can kind of be like, you know, in real life you'd be like, oh, you know, don't leave me without a capable backup. But I mean, I think here you really rarely ever see defensive linemen get hurt. But I mean, offensive linemen never. Yeah, he definitely needs a red shirt. He's gonna need one. Wow. For a junior, you're not very good. Let's do that. No options at right end. Give me D tackle. What do we got? You need a little depth at D tackle. This guy has already been redshirted. This guy definitely needs it. I think I'm going to leave this guy, but I could always redshirt him the next year if I had to, if things work out in that position. But they kind of run some D tackles in and out. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and redshirt him. Yeah, I'm not redshirting my 86 overall. Okay. Man, I'm tempted to do both these guys. Because then I'd have still have a junior. Can I get away with doing that? I'm going to try. This guy. Oh, I'll be losing the other. If I take him out, then I roll with a junior red shirt that's faster than he is. It's a big dropout to number 4, though. I'm just trying to think, like, for my nickel and dime sets, if that's going to kill me. Would you guys redshirt Stokes or no? Give me your thoughts. The roster set name is Yukon 46. Yukon 46 is the roster set. What do you guys think about Cliff Stokes? He's the one that got a pick 6 for me when I was playing. I was playing a little bit in exhibition, just checking out the team, and he got a pick 6 for me. But I don't know. Does that leave me just simply too thin if I mean, my top 3 would essentially be the same whether I redshirt them or not. It's 4 and 5 that scare me a little more. Comments are delayed, so I'm just waiting for them to come in here. Maybe if I refresh this, let's see. Don't redshirt, redshirt him. Redshirt. Redshirt, redshirt, yes. No. Redshirt him, yes, no. Yes, no. Redshirt. Don't redshirt him. You can probably get a better player from recruiting. Redshirt, 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 redshirt. I think the redshirt is out doing no by a little bit. Let's go for it. You know, I'm probably going to take my lumps this year a bit. Oh, this is a no-brainer. Since we're losing our safeties. Hopefully I've got a strong I can... Yes, thank you. Oh, actually, that'll work for strong. That's nice because if I redshirt him... He's almost at what Broomfield is at. I mean, like, you know, when he progresses, he'll basically be what Broomfield is, but he'll be a sophomore. Yes, okay. I like that situation. So we were a little drastic with our red shirts, but I think that will benefit us here. Okay, let's look at our recruiting board. Why is NCAA 14 not on the PS4 game list? Well, it's not coming out this fall. It'll be coming out a cycle from now. It's not going to be called NCAA because NCAA dropped their name from the game, so it'll be like College Game Day 15 or something like that. But they did confirm that they're working on a next-gen title, so you got that coming. All right, so we've got 1,000 points for scouting. We would have more if we had, you know, a coach's skill built up, but that's one of the things you can build up, but we've got 1,000. That's the base. So we're going to look at our team needs so that I don't have to go back and forth on this. I'm probably going to scribble some of these down. We need a fullback, especially if we're going to a pro style. We eventually need to build that. We need a kicker. I know we need a punter. We're not really rated very well at any of these things. Our highest is like C ratings, okay. But just strictly from what they say we need. We need a middle linebacker. We need a punter. Okay, so that's the official needs. Fullback, kicker, punter, middle linebacker. Obviously, we know we need more than that. We need help anywhere. But my punter is my best player, yes. Okay. Whew. I just wrote that in Sharpie and I can smell the thing. Wow. Okay. So those are the needs. Let's check out what the pipeline states are. Iowa, obviously. Florida. Isn't it everybody's? Texas. Okay, and we're projected that we could lose California next year. So we need... That's another thing, too, that you can build up in the coach's skills is you can make the requirement for a pipeline lower. So right now it's 6. You know, you could lower it to 5 or 4, depending on what you do there. So that's what we got for pipeline states. Our prospect map. I don't know why we have a prospect map when we haven't determined anybody yet. Okay. So let's do a search. Let's start with this. I'm going to say, you know, kickers and punters are kind of rare. Good ones, anyway. I'm going to do kickers with top 10 interest to see if there are any. There are 6. Okay. One is a 75 overall. Has us looking at 5th. Put him on there. I guess I can put the guy that's first because he could. If this guy's a bust and this guy goes up, that's where you never really know. Let's start with the top 3 kickers. We'll go with those. Okay, and then let's go punter. Same criteria. None. Nobody's... Okay, oops. Nobody's a punter who has us in their top 10. So we're going to have to take that off to any. And let's just go pipeline. Any punters in our pipeline? That's better. 19. Remember to take off assistants. Yes, I will. Okay. Probably don't have much chance at this Jarrett Richard. But you know what? I'm going to put him on the board anyway. Huh. Less people looking at Jacob Smith. Are you a bust? Matt Payne. Wait, how many? Yeah. What are we looking at here? Chas Collins. Yeah, love the name. Putting you on the board just because. I feel like we have a rich punting history. We need to get a big time name in here for punting, right? If all goes well, we won't need him very often. Let's I do like his name. I feel like I'm targeting too many punters, but some are going to go off the board right away. All right, let's start with that. And let's look at our middle linebackers. Two matches that are actually interested, huh? Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, I guess I better put them on there. And then let's go find somebody better. In the pipeline. I'm thinking 5-star guy. Probably a waste of our time. Kyle Irons. Okay, I want to know more about you guys. Got 2 guys named Irons. Let's check him out. Alright, let's start with them. Find myself a fullback. Again, I've got kind of rare positions. Fullback, punter, and kicker. The candidates are usually fairly low in number. Like they're like, especially like good ones. There just aren't many. Like now here's some deal breakers. Already. What's the deal breaker he's got? Proximity to home. And I don't meet his deal breaker there. Alright, so we're probably not going to deal with him. Why are you 62? But you're the... whatever, I'm not going to ask questions. No deal breaker there. Well, let's check these guys out to start. I have a feeling some of these guys are going to be busts. Oh, might steal this guy away from UTSA. Just got here. Who did you pick? I picked Iowa State. Get a fullback who can catch. I'm more concerned about a fullback who can block at this point, because I want to be running more pro-style high formation on short yardage and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice if they can catch. I want to look at halfbacks because I did now with the way I redshirted. I do have a starter for next year, but I do want to see what might be out there for us. 11 halfbacks that like us. Oh my, number 2 with a 4-star. He might be a bust, but we'll check him out. First, but you're 59 overall, huh? Probably not going anywhere real fast. Wait, why are you 65? Oh, you're a JUCO. Okay. Yeah, I'll put you on there. Check out what your numbers really are. 65, another JUCO. Another JUCO. I feel like I should look at this guy just in case he's a gem. Alright. These guys are terribly high rated, but have interest. Steal a player who is interested in UMass. Haha, there you go. Alright. I was also kind of worried about tackle position on both sides. Only one interested, huh? Well, I'll add you. I guess pretty much anywhere along the line I was kind of concerned. Trying to be realistic with this. I mean, I often in my recruiting and anything I've done have kind of jumped at a little bit of unrealistic going after 4 and 5 stars with UMass and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a fine line. Like, I want to build a base here and then go for those guys, but will I recruit my senior classes to Madden? You mean import? Yeah, probably. What's JUCO? Junior college. So they'd be like junior college transfers, meaning some of their eligibility is already up. That's what that means. But I think, you know, I often go, I kind of push on these guys, like, they're not interested in me, but I'll make them interested, kind of a thing. But I'm thinking the better route is to go with people that have us in the top 10, because you get, the way the things set up are right now, you can get locked out really fast by guys. Only 2 athletes that are interested in me in the top 10, huh? But one's a 71 overall. Well, they're both 4-star caliber. And they both have me second. I like that. Thank you. I'm glad I searched. Of course, you got to go through and see who your busts are. No wide receivers that have me in the top 10. That's kind of sucks. Kinda. I know I need to build D tackle. We're kind of weak there. until you scout these guys, the overalls mean very little. I've already probably got more. Which position did I not have redshirted well? Was it free or strong? So I think it was free, but I think corners were a bigger need. Wait, is this okay? Once we scout a little more, we'll know on some of these guys too, but let's just take the top 4. I've already got way too many. I don't want to carry 35 on my board. I'm going to have to skim this down. Should add Bama to my schedule? Yeah, not this year. Not this year. When we start feeling like we really are humming to where we want to be, then yeah, we'll look at that kind of non-conference stuff, but right now, nope. You know what? I don't really want to add. I feel like I want a wide receiver on my list, but let's just go search the pipeline really quick for wide receivers. Now you gotta look at the percentage locked. You don't want to get into a really high percentage deal there. I'm gonna take a shot at this kid. His board isn't tremendously filled up yet. Deshaun Cook. I want to know more about him too. I guess we are going to have a board filled here. None of these guys are interested in me, so kind of hard to say which ones to go after, but there we go. We got a full recruit board. I know I was going to turn assistants off. But I do want to set some of these. Let's see, I prefer. I'm going to go balance on quarterback. I want speed back. Blocking fullback. I want receiving tight ends though. Balanced, I guess, is the way to go. Get that set in case it starts messing with me. Position balance. Okay. How important is each? Okay, so right now we know for a fact that linebacker's high importance right now. I'd say D tackle's high. Medium. High. Medium. I'll say low on QB right now, because we kind of are. Okay. Go with that. Oh, no, I don't want to search. I want to go to the actual board. No, I turned off the assistants. Okay. So now it's time to look at these guys. I'm not going to start rearranging the rankings until I scout. So now this sucks that we are starting from the bottom because we're only going to be able to scout 25% for 50 points. It's going to go fast. Okay, the kicker stays the same at 25% scouted. Now, did he... Oh, I play auto right in the bonuses there. Ooh, he jumped up to a 70, and that's good because he likes us best. Our bonuses aren't as good, though. Do I really want to scout this many kickers? Scout Chaz Collins. Please be a gem. No? Use up all my points on punters. I need to know more about these fringe guys, like these middle linebackers and stuff. Ooh, like he's good. Wow, he's really good. Okay. He's not so good so far, but he likes this. He didn't move anywhere. Oh, I have so many middle linebackers. He's not bad. One of the biggest problems is there's just too many menus here to get bogged down in. Okay. Yeah, I don't think. Ugh. Okay, so of the fullbacks. Your freaking chair is really loud. Sorry. This mic picks up everything. Yeah, the 70 overall tackle. We need to know about him since we are in the lead for him. Oh, he's terrible, though. He's a bust. For us, maybe still. Okay, I don't know, and it's only 25% scouted, but man, that's a bust. We should have gotten points for finding out he's a bust, but I guess you can't until he's fully scouted. The nice thing is like the athletes used to take so many more points, and now they're on the same scale as everyone else. You know, 25% is 25%, no matter how much time you put into them. I don't know. I'm kind of randomly picking who I scout right now because I've got too many people on the board. Wide receiver isn't the position of need, so I won't look at that yet. Boy, striking out here. I don't know. It's just something about this setup. It's too diluted. There's just too much. It's really hard for me to keep track of the guys, like, and just say, that's my focus. It's so much harder for me to focus in on who I need this year. I feel like I'm doing myself a big disservice, like kind of just jumping around because I get impatient with the layout and everything. I think there's just too many windows. Okay, well, we're out of scouting points. I feel like it really didn't do much for me, but okay. Thank you for posting a Doc Bones video. No problem. Okay, so we've redshirted, we did depth chart, we did our schedule, we set up our recruiting board. I can talk. Let's start our season. Sort by position. Yeah, no, I know all that. I just when it comes to the initial scouting, I'm like, flip a coin, because you want to know obviously who your busts and gems are, so you don't waste your time. But I don't have that option of being a coach that can get them automatically scouted with 50 points. I mean, that was awesome when I was doing that with Georgia Texas coach, and I could just know right away, one click of 50 points, gem or bust. But we'll work up to that. Be part of the perks of earning head coach points. Too many people on my board? Definitely, yep. Definitely too many people on the board. Okay. So, I don't think I'm going to do this recruiting right now, but can Woody carry the load for Ohio State? I hope not. He's not the starter. All right, so just to look and see. Were we in the lead for him to begin with, or is that new? Playing time. What are you talking about? Your playing time next year is going to be amazing. Oh, it's because I've got the other guys on the board. That's why. I get 275 bonus points with him. I'm on the outside looking in right now, but I don't think I've done much with him either. 72 overall. Minus 240. 235 bonus points of him, as opposed to 160. But I am in the lead. Look at Indiana with all their bonus points, though. Man. Well, either way, I think those are your two kicking prospects. This guy, I have the most bonus with him, but I'm the furthest back. I think I'm going to remove him. Maybe make these guys a little more comfortable being on my board. Okay, what do we got? Let's go by position. or at least by team needs. No, let's go by position. Okay, wow. 625 back. No, I'm not going to bother messing with that. This is the most realistic right now. I don't see this working out. If I was going to take a shot at a higher rated guy, this is probably it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, this system seems just a little arbitrary to me, but I mean, I'll probably get used to it and then start to like it more. I should play a game before recruiting. Well, it's not going to finalize until I play the game anyway, or until I advance the week. So I can always go back and look at it. I'm not going to be playing a game in this stream though. I'm going to save that for episodes. Plus, I got to do a couple things so that I can put together another video today. So. Alright. This guy's the most realistic. I feel like I should be scouting here, though. Okay, so Anthony Smith. These are the two guys in the lead, so let's look at scouting for them. You really didn't go anywhere. Okay. I just want to pare down this board a little bit so it doesn't get overwhelming. Have any shot at the Cedric Lumpkin, I'd love this guy. But the bonus points are not there. Let's see. 550, 700, 820. At least you both went the right way, but you're still very low. Alright, let's look at D tackles for a second here. 55% scouted. Where are we on top schools? Okay. Let's bump up him a little bit. I don't think any of these wide receivers liked me so much. Of course, I didn't scout him at all, I don't think. Lando today? Yep, I'm hoping so. When can we expect the first video? Should definitely be this weekend, I would say. I don't really know if I want to waste my time on any of those guys right now when they're not my needs. I need to scout these guys. Oof. Oh man, see, look at the competition for bad fullbacks. Ouch, I don't know if I can get any of these guys. They're just, the really good ones are just so rare that all these teams are fighting over these guys. 750, this guy's my best shot right now. I better plug away into him. Really? The 60 over? Okay. Wow. There you go. The one that liked me too? Yeah, here we go. How far scouted? Just 25%? Yeah, but if you're not breaking, yeah, bye. Those are the only two I really need on my board right now when it wasn't a position of need. Alright, maybe I should offer some scholarships because they say the earlier you can offer the scholarship and the later you can do the visit now is like how you want to go. So... I think I'm just going to go all out on Chaz. Since I have a better shot. Let's see what... Right now I'm just going to go all in on Chaz for punter. Deal for these guys a little bit. Guess I could take a run at this guy for a while. Offer him a scholarship. I'll offer Chaz a scholarship. For Brandon Irons a scholarship. Yikes, man. That's probably not a good idea. Let's do... Who isn't not scouted yet? Oh, really? I offered him a scholarship and I have not scouted him yet? Yeah. Okay. Well, he held his own at 25%. Okay. Wait, it still says 1. Oh. I thought I hit the button on him. I guess not. Alright, that leaves me at 25 points. Okay, then. Guess it goes to you. And there's your recruiting for week 1. I could go back and change it a little bit, I suppose, but that is it. We'll do a little autosave. And that first game will be against UMass, so you can look forward to that soon. Are the rosters legit? They're pretty good. They're not the Operation Sports ones that I've waited for too long now and just can't wait anymore. This is this set is Yukon 46. I used his set for my bowl simulations last year because he's good at keeping up on the top 25 and all that stuff. So I was pretty impressed back then. So I gotten some. There was a post on Operation Sports saying what are the next best rosters on 360 if you can't wait for Operation Sports, and his name came up a lot. So I went with that, and that's what we got. So I appreciate you guys showing up and checking out the decision here, and I'm glad you guys could stop by. So what as far as plans in the Dynasty, I think you can expect an episode this weekend sometime. I'm not going to peg it down to Saturday or Sunday, but there should be one this weekend, starting everything off. So that's the plan, and I will also upload this live stream to SGU so people can see it there, and that's what we're looking at. So thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Is there anything else I could show you right now? I don't think there's any updates in skill trees that we can do because we haven't earned any XP. Let's see, is there anything else? The contract itself. I guess I did look at this. Trash Jackson is our coach. Everything's still preseason polls, so I guess that's really not much to look at. Conference outlook. Like I said, we were second to last in the Big 12 last year. Oh, someone asked if I'd add 2 teams to the Big 12 to make it 12. Obviously, this season's is set. I could look at that maybe the next year. I'm not going to worry about too much about that right now. Things are messed up in that way with conferences anyway. Damn it, Nadasfan play week 1. That's the only reason we're here. Oh, well, you shouldn't have been because it just said Dynasty decision live. It didn't say I'm playing week 1. Do I have a Canadian? No, I don't think so. But anyway, guys, it was fun. I wanted to get this off the ground, make the decision. I'm glad you guys could tune in and look forward to some Iowa State football. We'll see how things go. It should be a lot of fun. But for now, I guess I'm going to sign out and work on some stuff with this and some other videos. So be looking for, I hope to get a Land O'Lakes episode up today. We'll see how things go. So take it easy, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.